What is going on, YouTube? My name is Randy, and we're here to talk some Mets baseball. We're here to get into some news. And before we do, man, let me tell you this. According to Ken Rosendahl, the Brewers are more likely to move Freddy Peralta. Huge news for the New York Mets. Should the Mets make a trade for a Freddy Peralta? We know that Freddy Peralta is a really good pitcher. He's a two-time All-Star. He has a lot to bring to the table. But before we do get into this video, definitely do me a favor, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. All right, let's get right into this video here. And Freddy Peralta, 2025, his stats, 17-6 with a 2.70 ERA. This is a guy that is a really good pitcher. He's been a really good pitcher for many years. David Stearns has a connection with him. Obviously, he was in the Milwaukee Brewers before. Freddy Peralta, he's the guy that he traded for Freddy Peralta. This is a guy that I think has the connection. This is a guy that I think could be with the Mets at some point this season, in this offseason. Will the Mets actually go after him? I truly hope so, because this gives you a guy that overall can help this rotation out so much. You're talking about a Freddy Peralta and a Nolan McLean in the same deal. That is going to be amazing. That is what you want to see when it comes to the rotation. We know that the Mets want to add to the rotation. We know that the Mets want to be better. How are they going to be better? Is Freddy Peralta a part of that? It could be. It could be. 204 strikeouts for Freddy Peralta. This is a really good pitcher. Yes, in the playoffs with the Milwaukee Brewers, he pitched okay, didn't pitch amazing, but overall, this is a good pitcher. He is a really good pitcher. He has he's going to be a free agent after the 2026 season. So he's a rental. He's a rental. You might have to extend him, especially if you trade for him. You're going to have to try to extend him. I think Freddy Peralta is a guy, first of all, that it just makes sense. When you talk about the Milwaukee, a lot of people are talking about the New York Mets and shopping in Milwaukee and whatever. And now Devin Williams was in Milwaukee and he went to the Yankees. But now Freddy Peralta could be a part of that deal and come to the Mets. I like this guy. I think he could add a lot to the rotation. A lot. So we'll see what happens. I truly hope he comes to the Mets. Now let's talk about packages. And Freddy Peralta, to me, a trade package that I would do. I would offer a Brandon Sproat, so a pitcher that definitely is of a high commodity. A lot of people really liked Brandon Sproat last year. He showed a little promise in 2025. He had a really good start, but he didn't really get a lot to show. He didn't show a lot. So I think Brandon Sproat, a Nick Morabito, or a Ryan Clifford probably gets the deal done. I don't think that the Mets have to go out their way and add a Brandon Sproat or a Jet Williams in that deal for Freddy Peralta. But you never know. You never know. I know the Milwaukee Brewers are going to try to ask for the world, and maybe they're going to ask for a Brandon Sproat, or maybe a AJ Ewing, somebody like that. A prospect, or maybe a Brandon Sproat and a Jacob Reimer. I think when it comes to the Mets know that they need a starter. They need that frontline starter. How are they going to get that starter? Is it going to be from trade? Is it going to be from, are they going to sign the pitcher? I don't know, but I think when it comes to Freddy Peralta, this is a guy you should go for. I like this guy. He has a nice fastball, nice changeup, nice little a slider. He's a good pitcher. 2.73 ERA is nothing to snaz at. Nothing to just look at, be like, oh, it's just a 2.70 ERA. No, that is very impressive. And David Stearns knows how to get the best from his guys when it comes to the guys that he used to play with. And I think, Obviously signing Devin Williams. I think Devin Williams is going to do just fine as a New York Met. But if you trade for Freddy Peralta, which I think that they could, trade for Freddy Peralta. They have the farm system to trade for Freddy Peralta, get the deal done. We don't know really what a deal would look like. People have talked about a Brandon Sproat, a Jet Williams in that deal. Maybe they got to go that route. I don't think that they got to go that route for a guy that's a rental. He has an $8 million option in 2026. So he's not making a lot of money when it comes to 2026. That's cheap. $8 million for a starter, the caliber of Freddy Peralta. Sign me up. Sign me up when it comes to that. But the Mets need to get better with the starting rotation. We've heard an article from Will Salmon recently from The Athletic talk about that the Mets want to make one addition to the rotation. They have room for one addition to the rotation unless they make a subtraction. Maybe they could trade a Kodai Senga. Maybe they could trade a David Peterson, somebody like that. I don't know. But I like Freddy Peralta. I like what it gives you. The changeup is nice. Slider is nice. Fastball is nice. He's a good pitcher. There's a reason why he has a 2.70 ERA. You just slot him in a rotation with Nolan McLean. You're getting a ready way better. You got Clay Holmes, David Peterson, Sean Manaea. I think Kodai Senga gets traded. That's my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but what would you guys think it would take? What would it take for the New York Mets to get a Freddy Peralta? Are you involving, let's say they want Brandon Sproat and a Jet Williams? Are you doing that trade for Freddy Peralta? It's a tough decision. It's a tough decision because, yes, you're getting a top-of-the-line pitcher, but he's a rental. So you would think that if the Mets get a guy of this caliber, they would try to extend him. And I think he has some family in Queens, apparently, in Corona, Queens. So maybe he does want to be a Met. Maybe he does want to stay with the Mets. Maybe he would take an extension. Who knows? The guy is going to be in his right to do whatever the hell he wants to do. But I'll tell you this. If the Mets make a trade for Freddy Peralta, I don't think that they should, hesitate to extend him. Hesitate. So we'll see what happens. We're hoping that the Mets make a move in the rotation soon. We will see, man. If you enjoyed the video, definitely do me a favor, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, man. You guys are awesome. Have a good one and enjoy your Wednesday. Let's go, Mets.